Hello, welcome to another grief share video. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I've been going through the past couple weeks. And I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but this video is still kind of me trying to share, um, the things that are giving me grief in my life. And I've been through so many things, and I have kind of a hard time just getting through life sometimes because of what I went through. So I just try to just share some things. And I do think it's good to share as much as possible when we do go through difficult things. So that's just kind of where I stand with all this. But anyway, so the last week or so, I've just been really thinking about the relationships we have with people and how we talk to different people, how they talk to us, things like that. Um, Last week, I talked a little bit about how I was scammed by somebody, and I guess it really bothered me. Me and my husband were talking about um, how it wasn't just the fact that it was a scam; it was how it was done. Um, and just for information, what happened was I was on Facebook Marketplace and um, I was trying to get a couch for sale from somebody, and they negotiated with me for the price, and it was agreed upon and everything, and um, and then they asked me for a deposit, and um, and this had never happened to me before, so I didn't really think anything was wrong with it. I mean, most people don't ask for a deposit, don't get me wrong, but um, I didn't really think that it was a bad idea. So I gave the money for the deposit, but then, of course it turns into, um, I need more money for the deposit, to hold the couch and all this stuff. So I mean, it becomes clear that it's a scam. And of course there's all kinds of red flags, but, um, it was just, it was hard because um, me and my husband had been using Marketplace, on Facebook for a while and never ran into problems. But I don't think it's unheard of to have a scam on there. I mean, um, I actually see how it's the perfect opportunity for people, but it was still like hard to believe that people are so messed up. Um, some people are so messed up that they would go this far to get money from somebody. I mean, um, me and my husband were just talking about how like we just didn't know people like that. Don't get me wrong, like I think we both know people that scammed people. It just wasn't like that. So um, it just felt, you know, I guess just bad. But anyway, since that day, me and my husband have found like so many scams, particularly on couches. And I don't know if it's just couches. It probably isn't. But you know, it, um, the the people that are scamming are just going to a lot of what I would call trouble. I mean, they say a bunch of stuff in the ad, and they yeah, to make it sound real. And um, I've um, I ran into another one where I tried to talk to them, and they say they need the deposit, but they just go through all this trouble, you know, and you can tell they've put a lot of time and thought into it. Basically feels like time and effort into hurting people, and um, it's it's just hard for your mind to wrap around it. You want to think better of people, I think, but another thing I ran into that's really bothered me was I'm in this cat group on Facebook, and um you actually don't see a lot of people asking for help, um, like giving away animals. That's not really something you actually see very much of on Facebook. I don't know why, but anyway, this cat group I'm in, I saw somebody um, not very far from me, about an hour away, saying they really, really needed some help getting someone taking their cats. I don't remember the exact situation, but the way the post was, I could tell the woman who had the cats was just um, was desperate to find somebody a good home for her extra cats. I think she was saying that she already had a full house of cats, and she just really wanted somebody to take some extra two off of her hands. And she talked about how she'd called all these shelters and just nobody would take it. She was just so desperate. And I mean, you know, I, I couldn't help but feel sorry for her, the way that she had posted it. And, I mean, I guess we're still human. So I felt sorry for her, and I thought that, maybe I could find a way to take the cats off her hands and help her. And so, I went to this trouble to send her about a paragraph of information about, I'd be okay taking the cats, and they would, you know, if they would be okay living outside, and if you don't mind, helping me meet me to get the cats and all this. I mean, I just spent a lot of time into it. Well, I don't want to make it sound too bad. I didn't spend a lot of time. I spent some of my time trying to be nice, and um, because I felt sorry for her. Anyway, um, she responds back, and um, well, let me back up one second. Like, on her post, I asked if they were outdoor cats, and she said yes. But I think there was some kind of misunderstanding, because she when I did send her the message, she informed me that she wanted the cats to go to an indoor house, which is not something that was in the post, or what she said on my comment on the post, if that makes sense. I private messaged her, letting her know that I could take the cats, and that's when she told me that she wanted them to go to an indoor home. And she told me that she would talk with her sister about it, to be sure, but she would let me know. So I said, okay, that's fine. Um, just let me know. And she just never messaged me again. And I mean, I try to be understanding, because I know I've done the same thing to people. I mean, so many times that you just feel like, why should I invest the time into this stranger, when I have to, um, when there's other people you'd rather invest the time in. But, I mean, I just get tired of people who can't keep their word. The least you can do is come back and say, uh, I mean, it doesn't take more than like 10 seconds to type the word "no." Now, I don't want to sound bitter about it, but it did hurt my feelings. I mean, I think we all are in the position of being the victim, and I don't know if you want to use the word abuser, but um, we're all in the position of being on both sides. So I don't want to sound like I don't understand why this person did what they did. I just think it's good to recognize the feelings that we do have, when we're in certain situations. I mean, um, I've stopped talking to people and not given them an explanation many times, just because I was like, well, I don't feel like I owe them anything. Um, but if we all just take an extra little bit of time to to communicate with people, or we don't put ourselves out there to reject somebody else, that would probably help. But, I think the reality is we're all hurting and we're all trying to put our pain somewhere else, even if it's on another person, not purposefully or anything. But I think we just put ourselves in positions where things happen um, that hurt other people. So, you know, um, I'm just trying to basically say I understand both sides. I'm just trying to communicate the feelings that I have about um, be in the position of someone not following through, if you want to say that, keeping their word. Um, I really wish that everybody maybe not go through so much so we could just put a little bit of time and effort into other people. It could actually go a long way. But I think any angle can be argued about it. I mean, um, part of me was part of me didn't even want to reach out to this person because I felt like it might go this way. I mean, um, people with animals, and I'll try to say this nicely because um, it's it's tough. People with animals tend to have gone through things where um, they can be sometimes difficult to deal with. Um, and I probably still didn't say that the best way. I mean, I'm including myself in that. I've had ferrets, I've had cats, I've had dogs, um, and I know I've been difficult to deal with other people because of what I've been through. Um, Trauma tends to drive people to cope through different things, and it can make a person um, just rather enjoy being with their animal than people. And I don't know. There's a lot of details to that, so I won't try to say much on that. But um, it's just um, people make it hard to deal with people. I guess you could say it like that. But I've ran into a lot of problems when I try to reach out to people that are needing something. Maybe you could put it that way, especially with animals. If they're needing help in some kind of way, sometimes they just don't react the best way. I don't know a better way to say it, but um, uh, please forgive me if I'm saying anything offensive. I have nothing against animal people. Um, I'm just trying to make a comment about what I've been through and you know who I am as a person too. I mean, I've been through so much trauma. I do tend to prefer animals sometimes. So um, anyway, I guess I'll get back to my point, which is I'm just struggling with relationships. I'm struggling with how people treat other people, including myself. I don't like the way I treat people sometimes. I just want everybody to treat everybody better. I want people to stop going through so much that causes us to take it out on others. Whatever that looks like. But um, anyway, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining too much, so I guess I'll go ahead and end it there. But I thank you for watching, and if you have a grief share story you'd like to share with me, please leave it in the comments. And sometimes it's nice to know you're not the only one going through stuff. So um, I'll read through those, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day.